Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say Elmo popped off. I mean, I don't appreciate the anti-Semitism, but everything else he popped off on. Look,
Big
he's
Marjorie Taylor Greene fan, that Elmo.
yeah.
I think my favorite, like, so the Elmo account on X got hacked by some guy who did this, which was hilarious. Posted a bunch of anti-Semitic shit and then ended it with like his email address and if you want him to hack Twitter accounts, whatever. My favorite part of this is that there's, and I don't think they're in here, but there are screenshots of people saying that Elmo should resign, and it's apparently not a bit. Like, he should resign.
Yeah. Why is it always anti-Semitism? Just stick to the child fucking. Like, the Jews ain't got nothing to do with that. Leave us alone. What the fuck you talking about?
But then, the FBI is apparently calling people to tell them to back off the story. Charlie Kirk said he's going to trust his friends in the government.
About Epstein. Honestly, I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends to do what needs to be done.
Stop doing a Nazi salute. What are you doing?
I've said plenty this last weekend. So if you guys want to see my commentary on it, that's fine. We have escalatory action potentially being taken in Ukraine and Russia. We have tons of announcements happening when it comes to NATO. But let me just say this again. Everyone knows my opinion about the Epstein thing, the messaging fumble. I would love to see the DOJ move to unseal the grand jury testimony. I think that would be a big win. I would love to see that. And I'm going to trust my friends, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, my friend Pam Bondi, all these guys. I'm going to, Todd Blanche, I'm going to trust them to solve it. Ball's in their court. I think that there was plenty of, let's say, speeches that were directed towards this topic this last weekend. So we don't need to spend our valuable time on this program relitigating it.
So this went down like a lead balloon. And this was the first spin they tried, which is, please stop talking about it. Don't talk about it anymore. All these sitcom names. Yeah, I trust Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, two guys who, well, in the case of Dan Bongino, he might resign over this whole thing and how it's been handled. And meanwhile, Kash Patel has entirely flipped on his position from before he was the FBI director and saying, yeah, no, Epstein killed himself. There's no files. None of that shit's real. Please stop looking at it. So I don't know how you can trust both of them, but apparently you can, I guess.
You want to know how you trust both of them? You get threatened by the president of the United States and you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you get on the phone with Trump. Or you just, like, you get enough money to be able to build a compartment in your brain to store them separately so that you don't think about them in aggregate. You just think, I trust my friend Dan. I trust my friend Kash Patel. I trust both these guys separately. Dinesh D'Souza also tried to do the move on bullshit. MoveOn.org from Epstein, please. And then Tim Pool, like, they have flooded the zone with attempts at spin that haven't worked so far. Tim Pool tried using the line, it's absolutely insane that Democrats actually voted to have the U.S. government publish child porn. This is in regard to the bill that Ro Khanna put out in the House that was just released, the Epstein files. There was an amendment to the bill added after they started trying to use this narrative where it was like, hey, we don't want to actually see any of the kid fucking. We just want to know who's doing the kid fucking. That's the relevant bit of information here.
That's fair.
Pool actually had Ro Khanna on.
What an unbelievably fucking stupid take for him to have.
Yeah.
They want to see child, but like, what are you talking about, idiot?
It's amazing. Also, don't look at the responses. Barefoot pregnant is kind of terrifying. Get away from me. I will say it pisses me off how Tim Pool can make millions of dollars being fucking wrong about everything.
Yeah.
In his big tweet about it, only got 400 likes, but he's getting paid more than like we'll ever see in like a year or two.
What I found really surprising is Nick Fuentes, of all people, ended up turning on Trump over this.
Well, yeah, Nick Fuentes is a fucking stupid Nazi. So, I mean, you can't expect a Nazi to have coherent politics. I'm sorry.
Also,
yeah, true.
The thing about Fuentes is that every time there's like something that he feels is a significant enough thing, he will try to get his audience to break from Trump land. Like, he does it all the time because they're on the outs, especially after the whole like Kanye West debacle and the fact that nobody returns his calls and he apparently lives with his parents now. And great things going on for him. And yeah, it's really easy if you want to get Tim Pool money, you just have to have a complete lack of morals or values and basic media creation skills. So I think if you wanted to, you could do it. You just had to sell your soul. And, you know, the main reason why all of this spin is failing is this guy.
Mr. President, your daughter-in-law said that there should be transparency in the Epstein case. Do you agree with her, sir?
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job, and I think that when you look at it, you'll understand that. I would like to see that also, but I think the Attorney General, the credibility is very important, and you want credible evidence for something like that, and I think the Attorney General has handled it very well.
It's kind of cool how it like just keeps on going around being like, oh, I trust Trump. Trump's like, I trust the Attorney General. The Attorney General goes back and says, I trust Trump on this.
I trust.
It's almost like a bukkake of the fucking hot potato of not getting charged with child pornography charges.
Yeah, they're all playing Limp Bizkit over a binder of Epstein documents.
Okay, oh no, okay, I was trying to avoid that. Let's not bring Fred Durst into this yet.
It's just one of those days.
The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on
On what? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein.
Okay.
On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing. Yeah.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, you know, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
Whatever she thinks is credible is one way to manage to stay on message with everybody. Whatever she thinks, folks. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is. What's going on? Where am I? So we're up to the Democrats want to release pedophilia information. We should stop talking about it. The Democrats made up the entire Epstein thing. It's a hoax. It's not real. None of the shit that like any of these Q people have been salivating for, all those little tidbits, all that shit that we said leading up to the election. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not real. Forget about it. Don't look at it. And then the House Republicans completely blocked the release of the Epstein files on that House bill. Because of course they were going to. What are we talking about here?
Keeps getting more and more curious.
Yeah, that's why that Babylon Bee article is so fucking funny, because, like, I'm sorry, dog, like, the Democrat Party is, like, the party of, like, stupid rich assholes. The Republican Party is the party of stupid rich racist assholes who love to fuck kids. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
Yeah, well, I'm also not going to discount the fact that Bill Clinton also great friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And yeah, Joe, you're right. A lot of politics is just gibberish and not answering a goddamn question ever. And trying to nail Jello to a wall is what I tend to compare it to quite a bit. But
look, I know some very, very powerful Democrats are also probably child fuckers, but like the Democratic Party on average probably has more normal people in it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's like professional versus amateur golfers.
I don't want to think about the term professional child fucker, but I mean, here we are. United States of America, baby, #1 in the world.
Yeah, we're in an argument over which of the two political parties is filled with more pedophiles. And of course, all the money that they both listen to, also pedophiles. In fact, the people who would be implicated by the release of the Epstein files are those people, like the financiers. That's who they're worried about. They're not. Well, I think, spoilers for the end of this little diatribe, I think they're getting to the point where it's like, should we just burn Bill Clinton on this thing? I don't know. It's America's pastime. Yeah. Honestly, fucking everybody is America's pastime.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know that camera footage that had a minute missing because they needed to change the tapes? Yeah, that has 2 minutes and 53 seconds chopped out of it, which we found out about thanks to the Premiere tags yet again. The XMP file saving our ass.
How do you not clean the metadata?
They don't know what they're doing.
How do you not scrub that, dude?
They don't know that it exists. For all I know, they actually handed them the sidecar file, and this isn't even from, like, stuff that was just baked into the file. They might have been that stupid. But yeah, 3 minutes were cut from the only functioning camera near Epstein's prison cell because the one that was pointing at him didn't work at all. Which is another little fact that keeps getting kind of lost in this soup. People don't know shit. That's how they don't scrub metadata. Exactly. So yeah, that obviously led to another flare-up, which led to more questions, which led to this.
I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein.
The president said today you would release credible files related to Mr. Epstein. Are you prepared to do that, and when would you do that?
Our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today. Thank you.
How would you respond to the MAGA base that has expressed a lot of frustration about this?
We're going to fight to keep America safe again, and we're fighting together as a team. I appreciate
We're fighting to keep America safe again from pedophiles like Donald Trump.
See, that's a nice way of not answering the fucking question. What is she gonna fucking pull a CEO of Astronomer and just disappear behind the podium?
Yeah, she just goes down the Mario pipe behind the podium.
Coldplay strikes again!
If you'll excuse me, I must escape the band Coldplay and their magical stand power that reveals secrets. Bye!
Their stand power that directly puts a camera on people having an affair. It's a very strong... Look, Steel Ball Run got a little weird at the end, is all I'm saying.
Listen, I gotta say, Coldplay kind of has their priorities wrong, you know? Like, they're focusing so much on pointing the camera at the guy cheating on his wife and not pointing the camera at Epstein killing himself. Like, what are they doing?
Well, they just got this, so they're learning how to use it. They'll get there eventually. Has the JoJo guy used Coldplay, or I guess in the US it would be like Frozen Gaming or something?
It'd be like Frozen Song.
And here's Nancy Mace after that vote. All child rapists should get the death penalty. Of course, she doesn't mean actual child fuckers. She means queer people. So that's why she voted against it. Because
I think I succinctly put it, and I know this is going to get us trouble in the VOD. You're going to have to bleep it out. I said by child rapists, she means faggots. She means us. And I'm going to say, don't ever look in a mirror. Don't ever go to a Coldplay concert because the camera will find you.
Yeah, exactly. Continuing on, more and more clips. This, apparently Trump fired Maureen Comey, who was the key prosecutor in the Jeffrey Epstein case, has been fired ahead of a very interesting set of leaks that we're going to get to. Here's Benny Johnson having a fucking brain melt. Very deep in the bones of the Epstein saga is a very real battle between classes. Donald Trump began his political career by calling out the elite pedophile class by name. It's true, look it up. No, he didn't. He began his political career by an aborted run for the Reform Party, but, you know, I wouldn't expect Benny Johnson to know that history. Trump's dynasty was built on giving the forgotten man a fighting chance against their cruel ruling class overlords. Trump channeled this class warfare dynamic masterfully, and has been rewarded with landslide election victories for it. Also not true, he won by a very razor-thin margin. This dynamic lives deep in the bones of the Epstein debate. That's why I'm asking you to reframe the Epstein crisis into a kinetic class war issue. I'm asking you to tactically reframe this Epstein crisis into a kinetic class war issue.
Well, here's the thing. He's giving a direct order to the small business operators, the tier ones and below, you know. Also, what does kinetic class war issue even fucking mean?
I don't know.
This is like when a child like reads a book and like the kid does not understand half the words. So like Benny Johnson like looked up a Wikipedia summary of like Das Kapital. And it's like, what's a class war? You know, that's when the poor people call each other pedophiles.
In kinetic, that is cop talk. That's cop lingo that has escaped containment. They don't know how to use it either. But I do think that this does point to why this story has so much staying power, and it's not just because it keeps getting brought back up. It's because this is an organic class war issue. Like, it's not elite pedophiles, it's pedophile elites, as in this type of stuff where they corral, like, they traffic in young girls and they traffic in kids. That is stuff that you can only get away with if you are a certain level of rich. This is honestly like the Jimmy Savile case in the UK. This could implicate and should implicate a shitload of people who are honestly probably going to get away with it for the large part, but this is something that kind of breaks through the noise wall that the Republican Party has been feeding to its base this whole time, and actually makes them think. And the more Trump tries to say shit like, oh, this is just like the Russia hoax, oh, this is just like the voting machine hacking stuff, whatever, the more it gets them to question, or at least the ones who haven't completely drank the Kool-Aid, wait, if Epstein's real, because I know Epstein's real, because I've wasted too much of my life on it for Epstein not to be real, what does that say about the other shit that he's bringing up that were hoaxes? Were those real? I don't know.
Kinetic class war sounds like something that, like, Haas Infrared would come up with.
Yeah, that's another stand in Political JoJo. Along with Fridge You Game. And then, what they fired Comey's daughter for comes out. Donald Trump, after he supposedly disavowed all contact with him, wrote Epstein a birthday card. A lot of people wrote Epstein birthday cards. They were apparently all salacious, as the article puts it. But Trump wrote a very, very interesting one that contains a fake conversation between him and Epstein. I don't know if this is a threat to be like, hey, shut the fuck up or I'll burn you, or if it's just Don being weird. But yeah, voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. Donald, yes there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also don't know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me last time I saw you. Trump, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. A line that has stuck in my brain since then. Just turning it over and over like a Rubik's Cube.
Okay. Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
Absolutely.
What does that even mean, you weird fuck? Let may every day be a wonderful little secret.
They sound like they
does that
just read the
mean?
first Harry Potter. It is about that level of writing quality.
What is that? What's this wink wink nudge nudge? This is so bad.
I don't know. Of course, Trump says it's fake. I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words. People later found, like, this weird, goofy-ass donation program he was doing that was called, like, a doodle for hunger or some shit, where he would draw something, like, on a napkin and then auction it off to people, so Trump does like doodling. He is an aspiring artist.
Doodling and very possibly diddling.
And yeah, this text appeared inside the outline of the naked woman that Trump drew, apparently. Allegedly, I guess I should say. And yeah, so this caused a perfectly normal reaction. The Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch personally were warned directly by President Donald J. Trump. He refers to himself in the third person in this, by the way, and it's also, there's not enough caps to make me think that, like, I know that he doesn't write his shit as in he dictates it to people, but he must have been dictating it to somebody different.
He got the fucking Japanese schoolgirl Grok to write it.
Yeah, now I can use an AI blonde woman. I don't even need the real ones. Supposedly the letter that the supposed letter that they printed by President Trump to Epstein was a fake, and if they print it, they will be sued. Mr. Murdoch stated that he would take care of it, but he obviously did not have the power to do so. The editor of the Wall Street Journal, Emma Tucker, was told directly by Caroline Leavitt and President Trump that the letter was a fake, but Emma Tucker didn't want to hear that. Instead, they're going with a false, malicious, and defamatory story anyway. President Trump will be suing the Wall Street Journal, News Corp, and Mr. Murdoch shortly. The press has to learn to be truthful and not rely on sources that probably don't even exist. President Trump has already beaten George Stephanopoulos, ABC, 60 Minutes, CBS, and others, and looks forward to suing and holding accountable the once great Wall Street Journal. It has truly turned out to be a disgusting and filthy rag, and writing defamatory stories like this shows their oh god, it keeps going. Shows their desperation to remain silent. If there were any truth at all on the Epstein hoax as it pertains to President Trump, this information would have been revealed by Comey Brennan, Crooked Hillary, and other radical left lunatics years ago. It certainly would not have sat in a file waiting for Trump to have won 3 elections. This is yet another example of fake news. God, that hurt.
Six likes.
He needs to be more succinct. He's getting hard to read.
I will say after all that, 6 likes. I just want to say at the time of us posting, how many likes did our fucking stupid little hey, we're going live?
Quite a few.
We should go ratio the president of the United States.
Ratio the president. Yeah, we should make a Truth Social account to try to give him a heart attack. Spoilers.
Yeah. Hey, do you think we get in trouble for telling the president to kill himself?
You wanna fucking laugh?
Sure.
7 likes.
We got 8 likes on the announcement.
More likes than Donald Trump. Nice.
Therefore, we should become president.
Yeah, that's how that works. That's how it's gonna work next election. Is that it's just gonna be decided by like Twitter likes, Blue Sky likes, Truth Social likes. Here's a scoop: House Dems shrug off delay tactics to stall Doge vote rather. I need to learn to read. But what does this have to do with Epstein? Well, apparently, according to this last paragraph here, they are, instead of using their filibuster capability to stall the cuts that the big beautiful bullshit and other legislation have made, which they apparently have what's called a magic minute, which is just filibuster. Here's your time to filibuster this shit. Hakeem Jeffries, instead of taking that opportunity, is using the opportunity to rake the Trump admin over the coals over this Epstein stuff. He thinks that that's a better use of his time. And honestly, I think that all of this is worthy of going after. You should do both things. I don't know why you can't do both things. I don't know why you have to do one over the other.
Whether it's Jeffrey Epstein or Alcatraz, it's all off the subject of what they're doing with this budget that is harmful to the kitchen table, meeting the kitchen table needs of the American people.
I want to make sure I understand what you mean when you say distraction. Do you think that Pam Bondi going to Alcatraz is meant potentially as a distraction from Epstein, which has not gone over well at all with the president's base?
No, I think they're both distractions.
Hey, the concentration death camp that we got in Florida, that's a distraction from us losing money.
Yeah, and also, apparently, the very budgetary changes that Hakeem Jeffries refuses to filibuster because the Epstein stuff should be their focus. Though, the Epstein stuff, at least according to the previous Speaker of the House, who still has a lot of power, those are a distraction from that budget, the Epstein files. So, nobody knows how to message effectively anymore, I guess. Nobody can reach a consensus on anything.
That's a distraction
stuff anymore.
That's a distraction from this thing we're not going to do.
Yeah, we're distracting you from the distraction. It's a distraction. It's a double distraction. Everything's a distraction. Please just look away from us at all times. Do not perceive us.
It's really, how dare you actually want us to do something? That's a distraction from us not doing something.
So Trump went through with that lawsuit, because of course he did. I was wondering, he's suing Rupert Murdoch and the Wall Street Journal. He's suing conservative outlets now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think for a libel lawsuit, I think this is a very bad idea, because conservative outlets are ran by some of the dumbest, richest people on the planet, and ultimately they hold no fealty or loyalty to anyone. And I don't know why you would trust Trump, be loyal to him. He will dispose of people who have been fucking gunning for him, ride or die for him for 30 years. He'll just fire them because he has no code of ethics. And also in libel suit, they can present in law the evidence to the claims that they're publishing, which is another way to get the Epstein file information out.
But yeah, this is total Streisand effect stuff. The thing about a libel case, as you pointed out, is that in order to prove it, which is a very, very, very high standard of proof in the United States, as the Republicans want it to be, so that they can have things like Fox News that just pump propaganda with a veneer of news frosting it. Like, it's a very high standard of proof, meaning that both parties are going to need to present more evidence, and that evidence is directly tied to the Epstein case. So more stuff has to get out here. And also, if say Trump does win this, does this set precedent that, like, news orgs can't lie? Are we bringing back the fairness doctrine somehow? I would say, is it only going to be for not, like, liberal and leftist outlets? But no, he's going after conservative outlets with this. So I guess he just wants everybody to suck his dick, which, you know, of course he does. I don't know how well this is going to work for him. And then, yeah, of course there was a truth about it. Breaking news! We have just filed a powerhouse lawsuit against everyone involved in publishing the fake, malicious, defamatory fake news article in the useless rag that is the Wall Street Journal. This historic legal action is being brought against the so-called authors of this defamation, the now fully disgraced Wall Street Journal, as well as its corporate owners and affiliates, with Rupert Murdoch and Robert Thompson, whatever his role is, at the top of the list. We have proudly held to account. He says the same shit. It's starting to hurt my throat.
I will say he wrote this. There's so many capitalized letters.
Yeah, he wrote this, or at least he had his administrative caps lock guy on this one.
I gotta say, this is a lot of effort to all to say that Jeffrey Epstein case was fake.
Yeah, a lot of effort to bury something. And the final spin on this, that has only been a trial balloon this weekend, really, is that apparently, like, there's conflicting reports. There's a report that Obama commissioned about Russian election interference that said that they didn't actually change records in the voting machine for the 2016 election. They just viewed them, and also, like, they're trying to say that, like, the Russia hoax somehow, due to its very existence, implicates Obama as, like, a treason charge. Like, I don't understand it, and I have read what supposedly they're saying. It's more just, it's gibberish to try to drum up a new thing to get away from this Epstein thing. Meanwhile, even though this, like, all of the stuff about Epstein has been known for years, and you could find various bits of reporting to tie all this stuff together, it's less a conspiracy theory and more an open secret. The Gray Lady, the New York Trump, they might as well be. The Gray Lady, the New York Times, the paper of note, has compiled most of it into a handy article that they released. And it also talks about Bill Clinton a bit. This could very well be the burn notice. Like, we'll see. But this could be lighting the fuse to finally, if not blow up the Trump admin entirely, at least fully neuter them down to, I've used the comparison before, post-Katrina Bush, where they're essentially, like, completely lame ducked as a force, and they'll just get steamrolled midterms. Remains to be seen, but yeah, that's probably not great for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a lot of this shit is like you said, it's kind of an open secret. It's not like there's video footage of him hanging out with Epstein. There's photos. He's talked about Epstein.
More photos come out every day. Yeah, there's quotes from him, like the one where he's like, "Oh, Epstein, great guy. Heard he likes them young." Like that shit.
Oh, and also the claim levied against him of walking into the fucking pageant show dressing room with knowing that there's going to be young girls fucking various stages of undressing, which is a whole other problem that I really don't want to talk about.
Yeah, and there's a whole other article that's older from 2016 that talks about the predation of the guy who ran Elite Modeling Agency, who partnered with Trump in order to put on those pageants, and all the gross shit that entails. None of it directly implicates Trump. Not sure why, but, you know, Epstein is also prominently featured in that coverage, and, you know, I guess Trump just missed all of the weird gross shit that was happening, even though he brought women to the parties that Epstein was having, where it was basically just 3 guys and a bunch of women that they convinced to come to their house. You know, completely normal shit.